Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Wednesday workout. Deadlifts on the menu today and a little bit of sprint. So let's begin with a 600-meter jog, and then I want you to get 6 reps on each side of a kickstand deadlift. So this is kind of my kickstand position. My 2 feet are staggered. The rear foot, I have the toe lined up with the heel, got about a hip width stance, and the heel of my rear foot is off the ground, right? So this is kind of like a ready stance or a single leg stance where most of my weight is gonna be on my front foot, right? The kickstand deadlift, I just hinge forward until I get a really good stretch in that front hamstring and glute. As I stand tall, squeezing that glute really hard. And ideally, we're feeling the glute activate a little bit more because of the position that we're using in that kickstand deadlift. Get 6 reps on the right and then switch, 6 reps on the left. You can use that same kettlebell. We're gonna do a static bottoms up hold for 20 seconds on each arm with the arms at 90, right? So we'll do 90-90 on the lower body when we do the seated hip swivels. This is 90-90 on the upper body. So I want a 90 degree underneath my elbow, and I want a 90 degrees inside my elbow. And we're just standing and watching the clock for 20 seconds, holding it on the left-hand side, and then switch, reset, 20 seconds, holding it on the right-hand side, right? And do your best on the 90 degrees. If you need help, you need like a coach to say like, hey, should I go up? Should I go down? It's easier to hold it up higher, and it's easier to hold it down lower. So a good method of figuring out where 90-90 is it's the hardest place to hold it, right? Which means that the muscles have to work the hardest in that position, okay? Next one, we're gonna go to the ground. We're gonna do some seated hip swivels. So this is again 90-90 position, both legs, rotating to the left, rotating to the right. If you wanna make it more difficult, pick your hands up off the ground, try not to let your feet slide. And then the last thing we'll do is just some practice burpee jumps, right? So I'm starting with my heels of my hands in line with the tips of my toes. I've got a nice wide stance. I'm gonna jump out, feet together, jump up, feet in line with my hands again, all right? That's our burpee jump. When you finish the last burpee jump, stay down and do like a nice gentle seal pose or sphinx pose for 10 to 15 seconds. Just stretch out your back a little bit, okay? When we finish that, we can go into the deadlift warm-ups, and most of the warm-ups are built into the 6 sets, right? Starting with 7s. And this is just our conventional deadlift. So picking up something heavy off the ground, shoulders braced, tummy tight, back braced, bar in contact with the legs, right? Making sure that I'm as efficient and safe as possible when I do this, because we are going up to a set of 5 at 85%. So that final set should be a threshold set. If you want to get a little bit more out of the deadlift, if you feel like I did 5, but I could have done 6, go for 6, right? Make that last set an AMRAP when it gets to that threshold, and you will really test yourself out and find out if that is your 5 rep max or not, okay? Just make sure if you fail in a good position. That's it, all right? When we finish the deadlifts, we can put the bars away. The last thing we have is sprint, which means I want all of it to be sprinting, right? Bike, burpee, bike, right, is a longer bike, so 30 calories for the guys, 24 calories for the ladies. Immediately off the bike to 6 burpees, and I want these to be lightning fast burpees. So, bounce off the ground, all right? That's how fast you should be doing the burpees. When you finish 6 burpees, right back on the bike for a shorter sprint. So this is half of your original bike investment, so 15 and 12 calories. When you're done with that, note your time, and that is your score for that round, right? Eventually, you'll get all 3 rounds in. Your rest is needed in between each round so that you're completely recovered, your breathing is returning normal, the pain is gone from your legs, right? You're feeling good. I'm talking like 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes rest in between sets, but give it your all when you go through the set. Try to get it all done in under a minute if you can. Obviously, it's gonna take some people longer. That's okay, right? What's important is a very, very high level of effort, very, very short transition times, right? And just work really hard, all right? That's it. That's all I ask from you. Have a great one. See you guys on Thursday.